Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 11th, 2021 reading for you, 11/11 reading. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. How will Taurus be affected by November 11? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. Excuse me. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have strength, which is Leo energy. If we have Leo within our natal chart or in our lives, that comes through very powerfully at our root. But this is also saying that during this time, we're calling upon our strength. And it's not our brute force strength, but it's the strength of our heart, our strength of our soul. And it moves us to the Empress. It moves us to this place of claiming power we didn't know that we lost, and that we might never even have been sure that we had. We're bringing something forward into this world that we've been nurturing, that we've been caring for. We have the Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, coming forward. And this is a sense here of love, of nurture, of compassion, of understanding. And that's what 11/11 brings to us. 11/11 is a powerful number. It is a master number. It is a language of angels. It has this communication, and it communicates so much more than we're even realizing. And it communicates it to our hearts, Taurus. And what people don't understand about Taurians as well is that we're astoundingly sensitive. We lead with our heart. We feel things very, very deeply. Just because we keep ourselves on task and we look at, things pragmatically and are grounded to this earth, it does not mean we do not feel. And this is going to be a day that we feel things astoundingly. We then have the Four of Swords. We need to pay homage. We need to pay homage to the journey that we've been on. But we also need to understand that 11/11 is bringing us this sense of awareness, the sense of consciousness, the sense of, of connection. Our angels are connecting with us. Our spirit guides are connecting with us. And there's this need to look at what we have been through, everything that we have walked, everything that we have done, and say, okay, well, where is it that I need to be? Where is it that I want to be? What is the bigger picture of what's going on here? And how am I being led forward? It moves us to our emotional selves. We have the Two of Cups, the Minor Arcana Lovers card. We have unity and love and connection. We have Aquarius coming through, which on the 11th of November is the first quarter moon in Aquarius. So that's going to very much affect us. It also has us assessing. It has us assessing things in a way that we hadn't looked at things before. Then we take that leap of faith. We have the Fool here. We start to jump. We start to go. We start to say, why not? And then we have the Page of Wands. This could be around a fire sign energy that we feel compelled to act. Our hearts are just telling us to move forward. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign energy. But there's also the sense around our passion, around what we desire, around the messages that we're getting and the way that we need to move forward. It moves us then to our public arena self. And we have the World and we have the Sun. The World opens to us. We are motivated. And then it brings the happiest card in the whole entire deck, the Sun, to come forward. And the fact that the World here is 2 major arcana cards, that's powerful. Because yes, we have 2 major arcana cards at our root, but this is just the major arcana deck. So that's all we would be getting. But to have the major arcana cards come when we have, I believe this deck has even more than traditional. I think it has 2 extra cards to it, is profound and intense. And what we're going to see here is that this time for us is profound and intense. And it has us being that student of our passion, of what gets us out of bed in the morning, of how we're moving forward. So let's look at the energy we have to be mindful of during November 11th, during 11/11. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And that's Aries energy. That's the Lord. Now, it is the fact that we're going to need to be very mindful of people telling us what to do, and of the sense of, if you do it this way, you will be on the right path. But if you do it this way, you will be on the wrong path. And we have to look at what we want, and we have to look at where we're headed, and we have to look at what we desire and say, what path am I on for me? And where is it that I need to be? Where is it that I want to be? How is it that I'm moving forward in my life for me? Aries comes in, this energy of the Lord comes in and claims the throne and says, this is it. And yet we're going to be saying, no, there's more to this. Because we're represented by the Hierophant in the major arcana. And the Hierophant can be argued to be the most powerful card and the most powerful representation in the medieval world, because it represents the Pope. And the Pope in medieval times was the biggest hitter. And so here we have the Lord that's coming in and saying, you will follow what I say. But we have ourselves as the Hierophant, as the person who connects spiritually. And this is a time of those connections, those spiritual connections being so profoundly powerful. And we're saying, no. My direction is different than yours. And I cannot make myself walk your path. So it can be here that we're kind of inspired by somebody, and somebody who does things in a way that, oh my gosh, I wish I could do it like that. And so we're going to try and do it like that, but it's not going to fit us. And we have to be okay with that. It's not going to be us. We have our own style. We have our own way of doing things. We have our own, our own being. And to try and be somebody else, or, be like people who we think are more successful than we are, it's just not going to fit. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Inner child. I love this card. The heart chakra coming through. And the inner child always states, whenever this card comes up, the exercise of connecting with our inner child, holding our arms open to the child that we once were, and saying, I love you. I'm here for you. I will always love you. I will always be here for you, as that child runs into our arms. That's healing. That's connection. And it's not only when things are going right. It's when things are hard and going wrong. It's when we were little and we felt scared and alone and we didn't know our way forward. And this is the time where we say, I see you. An adult sees you. I will always be here for you, and I will always listen to you. Because a lot of times we look at our past with scorn, and Spirit's saying, stop that. It forged you. It made you. It's not to be scorned upon. It is a sacred, powerful place that you have walked, and a sacred, powerful way forward. It moves us now to talking about 11/11, November 11th. So here we have the first quarter moon in Aquarius, and the first quarter moon has us assessing. We're looking at things. Now, Aquarius always brings love to the situation and has our dreams coming to the table, has us coming forward with our dreams. And with 11/11, this is a time historically that is astoundingly powerful. So as we're assessing things, we're also remembering, for Remembrance Day, we're remembering that in history, the 11th day of the 11th month marked the armistice, the end of the Western European fighting for World War I. It is a time where at 11 a.m., Paris time on November 11th, 1918. Arms were put down and lives were saved. And what was called the Great War, because it was the most horrifying thing that people could imagine at that time, started to come to an end. And throughout the Commonwealth today, 1 minute of silence is observed on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month to remember that time. November 11th, 11/11 is also Global God's Day. And this is a time where we celebrate all ways of worship, all deities. When we look at things through an angelic point of view, angelically, 11/11 is telling us our angels are connecting with us and to pay attention. We need to pay attention to our surroundings, to our emotions, because messages are being sent. And it's going to happen around what we're passionate about, around our work, around the fire of things. So just be aware of that here. If we are star seeds, if we, have that energy to us, 11/11 appears in our lives as a sign that we are awakening. As a sign that we are awakening to our spiritual purpose and our mission here on earth. 11/11 is also representative of the spiraling twists of the strands of our DNA coming together in consciousness, coming together in awareness. Spiritually, 11/11 has us reflecting on why we're here and where we're going. Doorways are being opened to us. Doors are being opened to us. We're seeing new gateways forward. This is a time to wake up. This is a wake-up call to pay attention to our deeper selves and what we deeply want within the world. We're also being told to tune in, to be present, to show up, because nobody will show up for us the way we will, and nobody will tune into us the way that we will, especially with spirit and our angels on our side. And so it takes strength. It takes strength to show up and tune in. It takes strength to look at the battles that we're fighting and say, this has nothing to do with the muscles that I have. This has nothing to do with how lean or how strong or how this or how that I am. This has everything to do with the quality of my emotional heart and the weight that I can bear, the emotions that I have, the intensity that is a part of me. This takes strength. And I'm embracing that strength because it leads us to claiming the throne we never knew we had, the voice we didn't think we had a right to. We claim our voice, we claim our desires. We start to look at what we are creating within us, what has been building within us. Now, this is what we're giving birth to. So many times the Empress is seen as pregnant. And now it can be what we're giving birth to quite physically. It can be the children that we've had. But it's also the sense of, what am I creating within the world? What is it that has been building within me? What is it that has been my purpose for so long? And how is it that I move forward towards who I am and why I'm here? 11/11 pulls back the bull. We're not sweeping things under the carpet anymore. That also came through very powerfully with the new moon. And so here, we're taking that energy forward, and we're seeing that this is a time to look at what it is that we truly want. And we start to nourish. We start to love. We start to embrace with compassion the way that our hearts need to move forward, what our souls are being guided towards, what is inspiring us, what it is that we're teaching the next generation, even if that generation isn't our own. We could not have children, not want children. Spirit isn't looking at us and saying it has to be this way, but it's saying through the actions of our living, how are we affecting those who come next? I remember once I was at a Dunkin' Donuts, and this little old lady with the bluest eyes I had ever seen smiled at me and complimented my shoes or something like that, or my order. And I just remember to this day how lovely that little compliment made me feel on a day where I was just kind of feeling blah. And I still remember her blue eyes. So we affect people without even realizing it in ways that are extraordinary, but also hopelessly ordinary. And so the heart comes forward. And so the heart says, how do I live? And how do I love? And how do I embrace me? And as our heart comes forward here, we also take that same loving kindness that we're giving out into the world, or that we're learning to embrace within the world, and we embrace it for ourselves, for the hurts and the pains and the disappointments that we've been through, the anger and the chaos and the upset. And we look at and give homage to what has made us who we are. And we start to remember the beauty of a smile, kind words, open hearts. We start to remember what joy is, what laughter is, what love is. And we look at everything that we've had to endure, and we say, but I am strong, and I am beautiful, and I am here, and I get to be seen, even if at times the only person who sees us is ourselves. It moves us then to unity and to love within our hearts. It moves us to this place of healing, the Minor Arcana Lovers card, this place of healing and connection, love and desire to move forward, to embrace what our hearts so desperately need, to embrace a connection with our emotional self. And it moves us to what we wish for. It moves us to a greater picture of where it is that we want to be within our lives. When we're looking at our wishes, this isn't the cross your fingers, oh, I wish for the beautiful house or the great partner or, the money in the bank account. It's what our soul deeply longs for. And sometimes when that comes forward, when all the fears are set aside and Spirit says, I know this is what you want, when our angels say, I see who it is that you truly are and where it is that you want to be, what comes forward can be astoundingly overwhelming. And yet here, we need to embrace it with an open heart, with a sense of, I'm worthy of this. Our dreams and our desires, they start to come within our lives again. They start to color our world with joy, with a sense of ambition, a sense of, I can push that envelope, I can embrace more than the way I was being limited before. And as we embrace our dreams and our desires, we start to see ourselves moving forward. We start to see ourselves taking that jump, going after, saying, why not? Why not try? Why not embrace? We have this fear. I know I have it tremendously, with being seen as foolish, with people laughing. So much of my life was spent not measuring up. And so when you find the shoes that fit, right? When you find the place that you need to stand, there's always this fear, especially if you didn't have that before, of it all going to be pulled away. It's not going to last. And what Spirit's saying here is that it's time to understand that we have fears, understand that we can feel completely overwhelmed, but it's time to jump towards our dreams. It's time to jump towards what we want. It's time to jump towards what we desire. And as we do so, we become a student of our passion, of the reason we get out of bed in the morning, of what inspires us, of what leads us. And we start to see that, yes, we're going to be afraid. But Spirit is sending messages this way. Our angels are sending messages this way, to be able to inspire us, to be able to move us forward, to be able to have us see things in a way that we hadn't seen things before. And as we're embracing this, as we're moving towards these goals, we start to say, this is me. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is who I am. We become a student of passion. So often we see passion in just one light, this sexual light of things. And Spirit's saying here, no, that's not the only realm of it. We limit ourselves that way. Spirit's saying here, passion gets to be in our day-to-day existence. It gets to be in our joy. It gets to be in our becoming. And it moves us then to the world opening to us in a very real way and in a very loving way. We get to see where it is that we want to stand within this world. As we reflect on who we are within this world, why we're here. We're motivated, we're determined, we're focused, we're insightful. This isn't saying that the red carpet has to be rolled out. This isn't saying that throngs of people will know our names. Most likely that will never happen. And that's a bit of a blessing. What it is saying here is that we are motivated to stand where we feel comfortable, to be who it is that we were born to be, unapologetically, brilliantly, beautifully. And it moves us then to happiness as we carve out our little corner of the world, as we are the best surgeon we can be, the best hairdresser we can be, the best teacher we can be, the best parent we can be, partner we can be, artist we can be. As we sit there and say, I am putting myself forward. And though I might not meet my goals every single day, I still loved that I tried. I still loved that I went after it. I still loved that I saw me. And that is powerful. That is everything. Happiness comes in not through perfection, but through enjoying our lives, through being able to smile, through being able to love ourselves. And so here the sun shines. In the public arena, the sun shines. And our happiness gets to be a part of our existence. Will people take us by eyes? Absolutely. When people see us shining, when people see wishes coming forward, when people see a love and a kindness within the heart, they think, what is wrong with you? Why hasn't the world beaten you down yet? Or why do you have this and I don't? And so they try to steal it away. And what Spirit is saying here is to stand in your happiness, to stand in your joy, and do not let people erode it. Do not let people take it from you. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Hierophant, it's us. We have to be mindful of getting in our own way. We have to be mindful of overthinking, overanalyzing, and not giving enough respect to ourselves. Our subconscious chakra message is grounding. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We're grounding ourselves. We're planting ourselves. We're seeing and embracing the nutrients that get to feed us, that get to, embody us, that get to embolden us. And we're going to start to see ourselves really taking root, really finding what nurtures us and how we move forward to where it is that we want to be. It moves us then to our subconscious rooted message, which is the Hierophant, which is us showing up for us, embracing who we are, embracing what we desire, embracing the bigger picture. And as we embrace, as we see, as we go after what it is that we truly want, we start to look at the things that are intrinsically a part of us. The things that if we took it away, we wouldn't be us, Taurus. We'd be somebody else. We'd be different. And we get to be us, especially on this day. And so here we look at our traditions. We look at the things that are rooted within us. Not our orthodoxy, not the way we were raised, or the way people wanted us to be, but who it is that we truly are. And we embody that. We're emboldened by that. It moves us to our subconscious inner self. We have the 9 of Swords, worry, doubt, and fear. We're overthinking, overanalyzing, and not embracing our love in our hearts the way we should be. And so Spirit's saying here, subconsciously, we're going to worry. Subconsciously, we're going to want everything lined up perfectly and have it be just right. It's not going to be that way. Let the chaos be and release the stress. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, who the heck will? Our subconscious emotional message is the 3 of Pentacles. Watch your prosperity. Guard your money, right? Don't be foolish with it. But we're creating warmth and beauty around us. We're creating something to snuggle into as she creates the blanket. We're creating security around us. And that's why we need to watch our prosperity. Wisdom is a part of us. We're seeing things that were once hard for us to see, once almost invisible to us. We're going to be getting messages through our dreams. There's a way to grow our prosperity here if we listen. And it's not going to be the way that we originally thought. It moves us to our subconscious public arena self. And that's the 9 of Wands, determination. But it's having to fight the battle and being weary of the fighting. We don't want to fight anymore, and that's fine. Stand your ground. Know what it is that you want. Don't let everybody else's words sway you. Embrace who you are, where it is that you want to be, what it is that you desire, and move forward, knowing that truth. And also knowing that you've withstood so much within this world. Don't lose yourself now. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power and the intensity of this angelic time. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may you have a blessed 11/11.